It's time to become drumming masters. Taiko no Tatsujin, Drumming Fun, I hope I'm saying that right, I'm very white, has been released on the Nintendo Switch. Finally, I can pretend to play the drums. It's what I kind of always wanted. Except for one teeny tiny problem. The motion controls are entirely broken. So, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jack, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I do, videos and challenges within the realm of self-improvement. This series is fitness game reviews, where I play a fitness game, or dancing game, or in this case, like a music rhythmic game. Doesn't really matter. And to see if it's any fun, or if I start burning the calories and become a model. I'm kind of stretching the definition with this game. Still, I really wanted to play it after seeing that Megalovania video. Maybe this song could be part of the DLC that's coming.
For self-improvement, crafts, and fitness games, go ahead and turn on YouTube and watch Jack.
Wow, that's a great song. I certainly hope that it comes to this game soon. And I certainly hope this game gets fixed, because I always wanted to give my background to a game series or anything really first. If you want to skip ahead, then, go ahead and click the description, click on the time codes, and you can actually go to the place where you want to hear it. Otherwise, you can hear Grandpa Jack talking about things. My only experience with the Taiko no Tatsujin is that semi-viral Megalovania video I said in the intro. Other than that, and actually the reference to Mario Kart GP, he's like one of the characters you can pick and drive in. Other than those two, I've heard really nothing about that series. After seeing that video, I went on the eshop, and to my surprise, I saw it for only $10. That's great, since, ARMS is still $60. God damn it. When's the price of that thing going down? I'm filming this right during E3 too. Shows how long I have a delay on these videos. And the price still hasn't come down. It's the E3 sale. Drop the price, Nintendo. I know it's hugely popular in arcades around the world, except the one for me. So I went into the game utterly blind. After playing it, I have a great idea of the gameplay and the mechanics of this series. The gameplay of the series is pretty simple. You got two types of beats to play with. A blue note called a ka, and an orange note called don. If you imagine a drum, a ka will be hitting the rim, and a don will be hitting the head. You hold sticks in both your hands, and you start banging it, kind of like you would with a real drum. As far as simulating the playing of a drum, I'd say it does it pretty well for an arcade game. When a large note comes, you will just grab both sticks and go pa with both hands on either the head or the rim, depending on the note. So you go pa pa. Don't you just love my sound effects? There are other types of notes that come in, such as the drum roll, where you have to hit it in the center as fast as you can. And then the balloon note, where you have to hit it, and then it pops up a number, and you have to go how many times it says it. So you hit the balloon note will say hit the thing 10 times, and go as fast as you can, get it down to 10, and then start hitting those other dons and kas. Let me tell you, it's a fun. The core idea of this gameplay is simple, but you can just get so much mileage out of it. Hands off, the gameplay developers of this series, as, they struck arcade gold with this concept. To me, it's no wonder the series is so popular in Japan and even in arcades in America. Except for the one near me, I've never seen this arcade game ever. Except in Mario Kart GP. That's it. The Switch version of the game takes the arcade version and adds a ton of additional content. Plus, you don't have to spend your quarters. The additional content is because there are just so many songs and characters to unlock, including Kirby and the squids from Splatoon. Remember that video I complained about, like, Nintendo characters not going in other videos? They must have listened. The soundtrack list is a complete bop with video game songs, anime songs, and Japanese pop tracks. They even have a Japanese cover of How Far I'll Go from Moana. After playing for 2 weeks, I played pretty much every song within the game at least once. And at least the songs I unlocked. I don't know if I unlocked them all, but there's a lot of songs. And they're all great in the game. Except for, the 1-star pieces, such as like the ABC song. They're all incredibly energetic, and they make you just want to, dance along. Like I want to go to a club with these songs playing on. In fact, the swinging of the Joy-Con didn't really get me sweating, but the jumping and grooving and dancing to this J-pop is just what did it. It's just a blast. Give me a DDR game with these songs, please. Besides playing the songs to get the highest score, you can compete with a computer or a friend in real life in competition mode. Lastly, you can play some mini games in party mode. Both of these modes support online play, which is great during this pandemic time. These are great ideas to expand upon the gameplay, and party mode in particular is just incredible. You got these mini games where you like turn into a 16-bit like little thing, and you gotta run around, capture food, swing it to jump, you grab it, you get points, try to beat the other people. There's another one where you get to become a bee and you try to steal pollen. There's other people trying to steal pollen, you gotta run into each other. Over the weeks I played, I kept coming back to this mode since, not only is it how you unlock characters, but it's just a blast. And actually, I would play with my girlfriend. It was just fun. I wish we could turn off the CPU characters so that way it's just me and her. But I didn't figure out how. Didn't care. I was still having fun. You may have noticed that I said I played the game for 2 weeks instead of the 30 days that I usually do. Well, there's a big reason for that. As I said earlier, I went into the Switch game completely blind. Going in completely blind wasn't the best idea, as that there are many known and talked about problems with the Switch game. First, let's explain the control system. There are a few ways to play this game. The recommended method is by purchasing a specialized drum controller. This hoary drum. Except it was never released in America, so you have to import that from Japan. Hooray! That comes in as a whopping $95 on Amazon. That is a pretty steep price for a plastic drum that's just gonna sit around. Shoot, go ahead and call your nearest Goodwill and see how many plastic instruments they already have in stock. I don't want to add another one to their collection. They're like, oh, we got Rocksmith, we got Rock Band, we got Guitar Hero, we got them all sitting here. I'm like, well, we got a drum too now. I got 2 Guitar Hero stuff sitting in the closet behind this giant green screen. So, needless to say, I bought 4 drums. No, I didn't buy any. The other control systems in the game are, you can tap the button, which is, that's fun. Yeah. I guess that's what every video game is, tapping a button. But, you know, that's not enough movement for this fitness game reviews. It's got to be a little bit more effort. The handheld mode, where you can just do the little touchscreen, is a little bit better. But the motion controls, yes, that's the one. Hey, if I could count Dancing with the Stars as a fitness game, since you have to swing the Wii remotes, I can count this game as a fitness game, since you're swinging around the Joy-Con. This counts too. And best of all, the Joy-Con are literally part of the logo, so surely the game controls for the motion wouldn't be bad. It'll be amazing. It'll work correct, right? The game controls are probably the worst out of any game I have ever played. That includes Dancing with the Stars, which I ranked as one of the worst fitness games ever. In fact, it's one of the worst games I ever played in my life. There are huge problems with the motion controls in this game. First, the game can't tell the difference between a Ka and a Dan. You're supposed to, hold the Joy-Con. I'm just going to use my camera lens. Imagine this is a Joy-Con. You're supposed to hold the Joy-Con straight up and down and swing it to play a Dan. And if you want to play a Ka, swing it like this. Sideways. So go boom, puck, boom, puck. Yeah, the game can't recognize those two notes at all. I can play a triplet like this. Like, and the game will register one of them as a Ka, even though I'm doing the same repetitive motion. Sometimes I swing, and the game doesn't even recognize it as moving at all. Other times, I would just do like when I play like this. So you go, ga, ga, ga. Yeah, that slight wrist movement you raise up, that counts it as like a beat. So it'll just completely ruin your combo. You know how many times I was in like a 50, 70, even 100 deep combo? I'm just being a beast. And all of a sudden, oops, it registered as a Ka. Guess who has to lose his combo? After 2 weeks of playing, over 6 hours of playing this game, I still had absolutely zero confidence on how if my swings will be detected. That is an absolute abysmal gameplay system. The motion controls were widely criticized at launch, and guess what they did? They released a patch. They fixed it. I'm lying. They didn't do anything. It's still the same after launch, and it sucks that they haven't been improved since the 3 years this game came out. Not to mention, another issue is that it doesn't detect when I'm swinging. There's like a lag. Sometimes it can detect it on time. Sometimes it can't. The fix for this should be as simple as including a button to press. For example, you can just have the game program so that you can swing without holding any buttons, and this will be registered as a Dan. So, holding the L or R and swinging it will be represented as a Ka. You can still have that option to do it this way, but it's not going to work. If you can't program it right, have the button input and do it yourself. That's basically an improved idea of Dancing with the Stars B button approach, but still. Alright, I'm going to stop referencing that game. It's just so freaking bad. Just a simple update could fix the game. Sure, you can use a character with the ability to count Kas and Dans like they're the same thing. Like those little stick characters. I don't remember their names. You can just use them and it'll recognize your Ka and Dans as the same. But then you'll still have lag. You can then choose a character with easier timing, such as Kirby, my little pink boy. But the thing is, the Kas and Dans will still be confused by the Joy-Con. They should have just fixed the game. But instead, they haven't. Instead, what they did was release over 100 DLC packs for the game. Which, yeah, I mean, that's suitable for those who have the drum sets, which, of course, me being a white American, it was never released here. It's Japanese only. I can get that some people are just happy to have this game coming out in the West. But come on, that kind of excuse just doesn't work. We live in a giant global economy. Don't complain, companies, listen, don't complain about your products not selling well when you put the bare minimum effort to release it outside your country. And that includes you, Disney. Don't be upset people are pirating your crap when Disney Plus is broken or doesn't exist in other countries. Fix it. This review was probably the hardest one I had to make. I love the game's art style, the soundtrack, the gameplay concept, the party modes, all these things. Everything is just chef's kiss. This game would be so awesome. My one gripe is against the motion controls. And since that's the whole point of the game, it's a big complaint. It's as easy as mapping a button to the controller, but alas, they won't fix it. What a massive disappointment this was for me. Yes, again, I know people are going to comment, yes, you can play with the button or the touchpad, and yes, you dropped $9 on the game, so you might as well drop another $100 and get the plastic controller. But the fact that there are so many Wii games that got this correct, by just flicking the Wii remote and nunchuck up and down 12 years ago. And this game for the Nintendo Switch, so much more powerful, can't, is a shame. Not to mention, the motion controls are the main draw for this Switch port, of this game. If I wanted to just buy the drum controller, let me just play the PS3 version. I want to play with motion controls. And you don't believe me? You think oh, this wasn't the whole point. The point is to buy the drum. Then why is shaking the Joy-Con literally the first marketing point on the game's website and even on the Nintendo's description? Why is it in the game's logo? The motion controls are the main draw to the game. My voice is going out. I'm getting upset over a little drum game. And the main attraction to this is just a wet noodle. If you're going to get the game, then please be sure to use the drums or use the buttons and just tap on the screen controller. That's okay, but that's not for me, and that's not what I wanted for this fitness game review. Doing these fitness game reviews, I have played so many games. I played games that made me happy while playing it, such as, Mario DDR or Ring Fit Adventure. I played games that have surprised me, like replaying Wii Fit or Dance on Broadway. I played games that bored me to death, like Dancing with the Stars. But this is the first game I've ever played where I felt disappointed. $10 down the drain. For the next 2 weeks that I plan on playing this game, I will spend time playing Karaoke Revolution Party, for the GameCube. Time to dust off that old DDR map and get ready to play that. Plus, I can start singing, get my voice ready for when I start doing musician. I'm going to be singing on that. Plus, as you can tell from my voice going out, I need to work on my chords. So it passes for a fitness game review to me, since there's dancing on it. If you heard what I said and still want to give this game a try, then sure, download the sheet and try playing it for 30 days. Maybe you'll have fun playing it, more fun than I did. Or perhaps you'll decide that, this game is awesome, the art style is awesome, the party games are all awesome, it's worth me dropping $100 and getting the drum kit to get the whole real experience. And I have to say, I'm still planning on playing those adventure packs since these came out a few years later. So maybe they improved the gameplay on those. I won't read ahead, so don't comment. I don't want you guys to comment if it's gotten better or not. I'm going to come in blind and be either happy or disappointed by my own reactions. So guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel to see many more videos come out, including that Karaoke Revolution Party fitness game review. I can barely talk right now. Jeez. Follow me on Twitter at TrueJackJank. Lastly, have a fantastic day, everyone. All you guys are amazing. It's hot. I'm angry. I'm tired. This video is over. Good night.